Welcome back, Baker. I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode before this, and we're going to continue moving, talking about Hurricane Ida this evening. And I have right now on the phone with me, on the call with me, is Mr. Nathan Custer from FEMA. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for being here, and you've met Mayor Broome. And we just want to thank you for all the work that you guys are putting in. And I'm going to let Mayor Broome start with her questions first, because you just told me you're in the area, and I know her questions are going to hit home. So, Mayor Broome, I'm going to yield my time to you.
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you, Mr. Custer, for joining us on this show tonight. We just opened a mobile registration intake center here in East Baton Rouge Parish to help those who don't have access to the internet service or telephones. How many of those intake centers are there across the parish and throughout Louisiana?
I don't have a number on that. I know that in Ascension Parish, we started one day at each location yesterday through Wednesday, and there's others that are in the works. I've been traveling to get to Louisiana over the weekend, so maybe I'm not up to date on the latest aspect of where those scheduled facilities are, but they're a good thing because people can go there and get one-on-one assistance, talk to someone from FEMA face-to-face. It's going to be easier for people in a lot of cases rather than trying to do business over the phone or online. And of course, there are some cases where people don't have those two options available to them.
Yeah, we just talked with one of your counterparts with the SBA, and the same question I believe is relevant, and that is sometimes people are a little intimidated when they have to fill out paperwork for FEMA or another governmental agency in the recovery process. As you know, recovery in and of itself can be traumatic, and so trying to pull all that together sometimes is a little intimidating. Sometimes someone may be denied, and then sometimes people may receive a no decision letter. Could you explain to our audience the difference between being denied from FEMA and receiving a no decision letter?
I don't know that there's really too much difference between them. It means that perhaps a lack of paperwork is holding up final action on the person's application for FEMA assistance. If people have insurance, when they register, that is something we want to know about their case. File with insurance first and then register with FEMA. If you have a insurance claim and it hasn't been settled, FEMA is going to hold up making a decision on possible financial assistance to you until that insurance settlement comes through. So if you get what we sometimes call a determination or a denial letter from FEMA, don't be discouraged. That certainly is not the end of the road. It means your application is incomplete, and it could be that missing insurance settlement or some other type of documentation that's needed. And that's why these sites that we're setting up with the one-on-one in-person assistance are going to be so helpful to people, especially those who don't know what they have to do next in order to get a final decision from FEMA.
So let me ask you this: how would people find out? Are you guys working with the local government to get the information out where the sites will be located, the times they will be open, and are you in partnership with the process of getting people with no transportation to these sites to be able to fill out that paperwork?
That is something that we could work out on a case-by-case basis. We do have a separate group called IGA, which is Intergovernmental Assistance, and they are working with the local officials such as yourselves. And it's something that we're trying to publicize as much as we can through the news media, through websites, through different volunteer or nonprofit groups who play a big role in a recovery like this. So we're trying in all ways that we can to get the word out to where these locations are. And it could be that we could perhaps provide some transportation. I'm not real qualified to talk on the details of that transportation, but it's something that we're looking at, reaching people and getting people up with us, bringing FEMA and bringing the survivors together.
A lot of times I find out just over the years that the people who really, really need the help the most, they're not the people that are able to talk to FEMA and be able to fill out those forms and get the information. And that's what Mayor Broome is talking about. So, you know, as a leader, I would ask you guys, if you could, you could just think about that. How can we get this information to the people who actually need it the most? The seniors, the veterans, the people who don't have transportation, people who don't have, who are not on social media. If you could, share some ways with the leadership and be in touch with the leadership of the affected areas, we could actually work together to get that information and try to work to get people there so they could get the help that they need.
Well, that sure is a good way to approach it. And in locating these personal contact sites, we're looking at putting them in neighborhoods and communities where maybe there are some transportation issues, some access issues, and the people aren't necessarily going to find out from on television, on a radio, or in a newspaper, or even on social media. So we try to work with these neighborhood groups and get the word out as best we can.
Well, that'll be good. I'm gonna ask one more. Then I'm gonna give Mayor Broome to close it, give her a chance to close it out. When we have power outages like we've had, where we still have people with no power, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. They have no avenue. They get no TV, no nothing. So they don't know what's going on at all. So it's something that we maybe could look at in the future, how to get those people involved, how to get that information out. And I'm just going to yield to let Mayor Broome close out real quick.
Well, can I tell you how we are doing that? We have DSA, Disaster Survivor Assistance Teams. Those are people who go out into neighborhoods. They have tablets with them. They can register people right on the spot, answer their general questions about the FEMA assistance. So that's an outreach that we do, and going out and going to where the people are and helping them in that fashion.
Excellent. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, that is great to know, Mr. Custer. And I will tell you, those of us here in East Baton Rouge Parish specifically, we want to say thank you to FEMA for helping us as we are in the recovery process. For our audience, if you were in the 2016 flood or a flood earlier this year, any declared disaster prior to Hurricane Ida, does that prohibit you from seeking assistance from FEMA now after Hurricane Ida?
Not at all. You just need to register anew with FEMA. We don't hold it a previous award that you got from FEMA. We don't mean that means you can't get some help for Ida. So it's open to anybody living in the 25 declared parishes to come to us, tell us who you are, where you are, and we'll see what we can do on a case-by-case basis.
Thank you for adding clarity to that for our listeners.
Okay, well, thank you so much, sir, for being here. We appreciate everything that FEMA is doing, and hopefully in the future, we'll get a chance to meet in person. And I just want to thank you. Look, you guys, I just hope you enjoyed this. We'll be right back. I need to pay a few bills.
Are you looking to build or purchase a home? You need to take a hard look at Baker. Small town atmosphere that's good for families. Baker has everything you need. Shops, doctors, hospitals. It's near the airport and a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge. No traffic hassles and lots of community activities to be involved in. Ranked as one of the safest cities in Louisiana, Baker and families are moving forward together. If you own or are planning to start a business, you need to take a hard look at Baker, your one-stop shop for business, city licensing, services, and sensible tax rates. With low crime, it's a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge, the airport, and it's on the river with railways. Baker is not landlocked. Plank Road presents the traffic businesses need, and Main Street offers a hometown atmosphere. Baker and business are moving forward together.
Good morning, Baker. This is Mayor Waits, and as I said earlier, we have a great show planned for you today. And with me, I have my good friend, Mayor Broom. Everybody knows her. She's here, and we're talking to this morning Ms. Yolanda Stokes from SBA. And so this is kind of different for us. And good morning, Mayor Broom.
Good morning. Good morning.
And good morning, Ms. Stokes. How are you?
Good morning, mayors. It's great to be with you this morning. Doing great.
We thank you for taking time away. We know you're busy this morning. I want to talk to you a little bit about Hurricane Ida and what's going on and how can we help our businesses in East Baton Rouge Parish and throughout move forward after this hurricane and the devastation that it has shown us.
Well, thank you again for having me this morning. Definitely, we want to get the word out to not only our businesses, but to our individuals as well that were impacted, just devastated by Hurricane Ida. We know that the state of Louisiana is not a stranger to disasters. You have been busy. We've been busy for the past year or more with several hurricanes. And on top of that, we've had this pandemic. So with Hurricane Ida, I certainly want folks to know that this is a brand new disaster. So there may be businesses out there who already have COVID idle loans or who have been impacted by the previous hurricanes. And we just want them to know that Hurricane Ida is a brand new disaster. So you are eligible to apply. For my business owners, they're eligible for not only loans for economic injury, but they're eligible for loans for disaster damage as well to their property. Business owners and private nonprofits are eligible for up to $2 million. The interest rate is substantially low, 2.855% for business owners, 2% for nonprofits. And we don't leave our homeowners and our renters out. We know that significantly a number of homeowners lost their property and our renters as well. So we do have low interest loans also for the homeowner and the renter. If you're a homeowner, you're eligible for $200,000 to repair or replace your primary residence. And it does have to be a primary residence. It can't be a secondary home, unfortunately. And then we don't leave the renters out. Renters are eligible for $40,000 to repair or replace their property and their belongings as well. So we do have a program pretty much for anyone that was impacted by Hurricane Ida. The SBA has set up what we call a virtual disaster loan outreach center. We opened that center right after we got that presidential disaster declaration. So we've got customer service reps that are on hand 7 days a week to service anyone that may need some assistance, helping them navigate the process. So we're happy to help out with that. So that, again, that went from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to serve anyone that may need some help.
So I know that mayors have different scenarios. It's different situations for different cities and different areas. And I'm gonna let Mayor Broom chime in on this because, her area is huge. Baton Rouge is just a huge area, a lot of different things going on there. So Mayor, you wanna chime in on that?
Absolutely, Mayor Waits. Thank you. And thank you, Ms. Stokes. For East Baton Rouge Parish, which is a large parish, here, one of the largest in the states, I find that sometimes our citizens need technical assistance. They are often intimidated by, the paperwork, what's needed. And listen, when you're going through a traumatic experience like a recovery, it takes everything out of you. I know firsthand from the 2016 storm. So how can you help mitigate that angst, anxiety? How does the SBA do that? And where can they find, I heard you say about the virtual process. but is there anything that helps our citizens with deeper technical assistance?
Yes, Mayor Broom, actually, that's a very good question. And SBA actually have partners that are there with you. I say that there are partners that are always there, always in the state of Louisiana, in that we have resource partners. And our resource partners are our small business development centers, also our SCORE chapters, our women's business centers. We also have district offices there. And also we have a Veterans Business Operations Center that can provide more of the technical assistance. And like you said, helping folks put together their paperwork, helping them to recover some of their paperwork. We know in disasters, oftentimes the paperwork gets lost. So we do have our resource partners that want to help, to assist folks through the process.
Great. So yeah, that's a good thing. You mentioned veterans, and that is very, very key. I'm a veteran, and when you mention that word, I know sometimes my brothers and sisters, they really are not into technology. We just need to push them, and a lot of times they have the benefits out there that they don't really go after. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm glad that you could be here this morning. I know we're going to do another webinar, a business webinar this week. On Wednesday, you're going to do that twice for the businesses. I've invited all the businesses from all the parishes and East Baton Rouge Parish. So we should have a lot of businesses on there. You'll be able to go into more detail about how we can do this. Whenever I look at this, I always think about how we can do things better in the future. So it just really, really quick, just close out and tell us just the things that we need to know right now to get moving.
Well, I would just encourage everyone right away, if you haven't already, for my residents, my individuals, homeowners and renters, if you haven't already registered with FEMA, I would encourage you to do that first, because for the homeowner and the renter, that's kind of opens up the whole door for the umbrella of benefits. So we don't want them to miss out on that. If they haven't already registered with FEMA, you can go to www.disasterassistance.gov to register with FEMA. Now, there's no harm in my business owners registering with FEMA, but business owners are going to automatically be referred to SBA anyway, so you can pretty much skip that step. But there are cases, as we all know, where the business owner was impacted at their home as well. So again, no harm in registering with FEMA first. They're just going to refer the business owner to directly to SBA. So if you haven't already registered with FEMA, my individuals, do that first. For business owners, go ahead and start the process. You can contact SBA's virtual disaster loan outreach center at 1-800-659-2955. They can help you through the process. Again, 1-800-659-2955. We can get that application process started. Already, mayors, SBA has approved as of yesterday more than $37 million throughout the state of Louisiana. Primarily, those funds are going to homeowners because our homeowners were impacted significantly. Not to say that our business owners have not been, but I think the point that you mentioned, Mayor Broom, is that our business owners may be looking for a little bit more of that technical assistance, specifically because they've gone through COVID already. And so they may think that they're not eligible for Hurricane Ida because they may have already an existing COVID loan. But again, this is a separate disaster. And if they've had Hurricane Ida damage, we want them to go ahead and apply.
Well, thank you so much for being here this morning. And on behalf of me, Mayor Broom, and myself, we thank you just for your time. And we will look forward to you on Wednesday, and keep doing what you're doing to help people, and that's the biggest thing. Okay, Baker, I'll be right back. I need to pay a few bills.
If you own or are planning to start a business, you need to take a hard look at Baker, your one-stop shop for business, city licensing, services, and sensible tax rates. With low crime, it's a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge, the airport, and it's on the river with railways. Baker is not landlocked. Plank Road presents the traffic businesses need, and Main Street offers a hometown atmosphere. Baker and business are moving forward together. Are you looking to build or purchase a home? You need to take a hard look at Baker. Small town atmosphere that's good for families. Baker has everything you need. Shops, doctors, hospitals. It's near the airport and a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge. No traffic hassles and lots of community activities to be involved in. Ranked as one of the safest cities in Louisiana, Baker and families are moving forward together.
Welcome back, Baker. I hope that you all enjoyed the show. It was very informational, always good information. And we live right now, we're living in a time where, you know, these storms and disasters they're coming quickly. So we need to continue to try to figure out ways to make recovery better. We can't control the storms and when they're going to come, but we can control the recovery and how we keep moving on. And you guys know I always have my friend when we go through these things with me. Mayor Broome is here, and I'm just going to let her talk to you all about East Baton Rouge Parish and the storms and where we headed, and just tell us a little bit about your leadership plans for us in the future.
Well, first of all, Mayor Waits, I want to thank you for your leadership during Hurricane Ida. As the parish president, it means a lot for me to be able to stay connected to the mayors of Baker and Central and Zachary, and we all work together as a parish, as municipalities within the parish. And so, you know, we know that East Baton Rouge Parish was enormously, I'm just going to say blessed, in that that Hurricane Ida shifted. And so while we did have an impact, undoubtedly, it was not as horrific as some of our neighboring parishes, like Orleans, like Livingston, like Lafourche, like St. John, like St. James. And so I want to say that we are now making some outstanding progress, or have made, in our recovery process. For example, in East Baton Rouge Parish, we only have, as of today, less than 300 people who are without power. We've come a long way from those thousands numbers. Our traffic lights have been restored, and FEMA is now here on the ground offering individual assistance. And also in East Baton Rouge Parish, we have been approved for individual assistance, expedited rental assistance, critical needs assistance, transitional sheltering assistance, and reimbursement for generators and chainsaws. And so if people need information, they can visit the disaster assistance line through FEMA at 800-621-3362. And East Baton Rouge Parish can also pre-apply for DSNAP, which will speed up the application process once DSNAP is authorized. And also, now this is very important. All of this is important, but you know, we got calls about the Blue Roof program.
That's right, that's right.
And now East Baton Rouge Parish has been approved for Operation Blue Roof. And this is a free service that is being provided for us. And it provides reinforced tarps, as you well know, for habitable households with roof damage. And folks can get connected and apply to Blue Roof at 888-766-3258. So I'm going to leave all those numbers with you, Mayor Waits. Yes. But our recovery is going well. And I just want to thank all of you here in Baker specifically for all the work that I see you doing, Mayor Waits, and your nonprofits and your churches, in reaching out and offering a response. So thank you so much. And thank you to all of our nonprofits and our churches and individuals who have been reaching out, offering a response to expedite our recovery. Organizations like the East Baton Rouge Parish Council on Aging. Where would our seniors be if it were not for the Council on Aging reaching out and offering a response. So now we have to reciprocate those blessings to our surrounding areas and make sure that we show them that Baton Rouge and East Baton Rouge Parish is a caring and compassionate community.
Well, thank you so much for your leadership. And it is refreshing to have a colleague as yourself who prays, who understands teamwork, and you will give your heart to everything that you're doing. So I really, really appreciate that. Have a lot of respect for you and your staff. And you guys, look, as we go through what we go through, just remember that if we stay together, we're always stronger together. Our prayers we have to join our prayers together and continue to move forward. So let's pray now for our surrounding areas to the east, all those people that were affected a lot more than we were. Just let's pray for them, continue to help them make it through these times, and we'll be able to look back at these times and see that we came through and that we were a big part of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show, but remember that life is life, and you don't know what to expect, but you do know that if you continue to pray and ask God for forgiveness, that He will move us forward. So you guys have a great evening. Love y'all. We'll see you next time.